Hello there. Welcome to today's session, complete all over body flow. So let's start with centering. Coming into a comfortable seat, so you can raise the seat, sit cross-legged. You can have the legs out if it's not comfortable to be cross-legged. Bringing the back of the hands down, or the palms down, thumb and first finger joined. Root down through the sit bones, lengthen, lift, roll the shoulders down the back, gaze forward, and then closing the eyes. And tuning into the natural breath as we find that root through the sit bones with the extension through the crown of the head. And starting to lengthen both the inhale and the exhale. Just checking in with the mind, noticing how busy it might be today. Just starting to initiate that breath control. Should help to slow things down. And then bringing yourself into your physical body. During the centering, you might be drawn to areas of tightness. So if this is the case, then use the breath and actively send the exhale into those places. Sometimes it can help to create more space, more length. 2 more breaths here. And then opening the eyes. Just going to take the gaze and look over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center, exhale over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center, exhale, drop the chin down towards the chest. Inhale center, exhale, lift the gaze towards the ceiling. So you feel a stretch down the front of the throat. Inhale back to center. Lovely. Let's take the right hand on the left knee. Left arm comes all the way up to the ear as we come in for a twist and lateral extension of that spine. Lifting through the fingers on that left hand and then arcing over. So right elbow dropping down towards that right knee. 1 more breath in, rooting down through that left sit bone. Final exhale. Inhale, lift all the way back up slowly. Opposite side, left hand on right knee, right arm comes all the way up. Reach it over to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, dropping down towards that left knee, rotating gaze up towards the hand. 1 more breath in. Full exhale. Inhale, lift all the way back up. Roll the shoulders and then extend the legs out. It's going to turn around, bringing the hands behind, coming for a reverse tabletop, and you can have the wrists whatever way feels the most comfortable. Feet hip width. With the inhale, lift the hips off the floor, exhale, lower. And again, inhale, lift, squeeze the bum to lift up, exhale, lower. And again, inhale, lift. This time, see if you can hold, maybe just drop the head back if that feels comfortable for the neck. Breathing in and out. Slowly release down, take your time. And then bringing the feet together in front, knees bent. Lifting the toes off the floor, bring the hands to heart center. Take an inhale, lengthen. With the exhale, bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Push the hands together, encourage a twist, look over that left shoulder. And again, breathing in and out. Inhale, lift the prayer back to center. With the exhale, left elbow outside right knee. Push the hands together, look over that right shoulder. Breathing in, lengthen. Exhale, breathing out. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release the hands down. Let's just extend the legs in front, maybe a little softness in the knees, and then sweep the arms up And very gently, just an active fold forward, really gently. Lowering the hands down. If you can reach the toes, just allow the toes and the head to curl. Round the spine here. Don't need to have a straight spine. Still warming the body up. Just taking a fold. With the inhale, lift all the way back up. Roll the shoulders. Let's make our way onto hands and knees. Okay, nice and slowly. So setting up on hands and knees. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. With the inhale, we're going to lift the knee and bring it to the nose. Push the spine to ceiling. Exhale. Extend the leg behind. Tuck the toes. And extend through the crown of the head. Lengthen. And again. Exhale. Knee to nose. Push the spine to ceiling. Inhale. Re-extend that leg. And exhale. Knee to nose. Push the spine high. And extend that leg behind. Push out through that heel. Let's bring that right knee down. Let's try the other side now, keeping that spine nice and neutral to begin with. With the inhale, lift the left knee towards the nose. Push the spine to the ceiling. Exhale, extend the leg behind, tucking the toes, pushing out through the heel. And again, inhale, knee to nose, curving the spine. Exhale, extend the leg, push out through the heel. And again, inhale, knee to nose. And then inhale, extend that leg, push out through the heel. Let's bring the knees down. Take it towards child's pose for a breath. Bottom to heels, forehead down, releasing the elbows down. Take a breath in and out. The forehead doesn't come down. Maybe just rest the head on the hands, okay? So might be a little bit up here. So just to move into child's pose as far as feels comfortable. With the inhale, lift back up to hands and knees. This time we're going to extend that right leg behind. Flex the foot. Bend the knee. Bring that heel in towards the bottom. If you feel stable, left arm comes out, reach behind. See if you can hold that ankle and maybe lift and extend a little bit higher. Come in for a variation of dancer pose on the knee. One more breath in and out. Exhale, slowly release. Hand down, knee down. Just move the hips from side to side before we do the other side. And then we're going to extend left leg behind. Flexing that foot. Bring the heel in towards the bottom. Slightly lift the chest. And then if you feel stable, take that right hand behind. See if you can hold the ankle or the foot wherever you can reach. And then work on lifting a little bit higher, keeping that breath strong and steady. One more breath in and out. Exhale. Release slowly. Bringing the hand down, bringing the knee down. Again, move it back towards child's pose. If you can, drop the elbows down, forehead down, just moving as far as feels comfortable. One more breath in and out. Inhale slowly. Lift it up to hands and knees. Just moving the hands forward so wrists are in front of shoulders. Tucking the toes. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Lift the sit bones up and back into space. Separate those feet hip width. And starting to pedal out those legs. Bending one knee at a time. Keeping the head nice and soft. Just so we work into the sides of the body. So this is a really nice position, down dog pedal, to notice how all the joints are feeling. Yeah, so pay attention to the wrists, the shoulders, knees, the hips. Warming everything up, making sure everything is working well. And then slowly bring the feet together. We're going to come into three-legged dog on the right side. Extend that right leg up, lift as far as you can. And then exhale, draw that foot through between the hands. Sweep the arms up into high lunge, lifting the arms up and over. Exhale, release the hands down. Sending that right foot back again to three-legged dog. Lift it up slowly. Exhale, draw that foot through between the hands. Rise all the way up, bringing the hands together. Exhale, hands down. Last time. Extend that right leg back into three-legged dog. Lift it up. Press the left heel down. Exhale, foot through between the hands. Rise up into that high lunge nice and slowly. Exhale, hands down. Step it back to downward facing dog. Let's bring it down to hands and knees. Roll through a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, lift the gaze. Dip the belly. Exhale, push the spine to ceiling. Gaze through the legs. And again, inhale for cat. And rounding that spine, push it to the ceiling. One more. Inhale, dip the belly, gaze up. Exhale, push the spine up. Tuck the chin to the chest. And then slowly, lifting those knees back up. Bringing the feet together. With the inhale this time, extend that left leg behind. Lift it up as high as you can. Exhale, foot through between the hands. Slowly rise up into high lunge, arms overhead. Exhale, release the hands down. Stepping that left foot all the way behind, three-legged dog, nice and slowly. Exhale, foot through between the hands. Rising up into high lunge, steady in the balance, arms overhead. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, sweep the leg behind. Lift it high, push the right heel down. Exhale, foot through between the hands. Rise all the way up. Last time, high lunge. Reach through the fingers. Release the hands down. Step it back to downward facing dog. Pressing the heels down. Lift those sit bones up and back. Soften the knees if it's too much for the lower back. If you feel a little bit sensitive, then always bring a bend to the knees. Keeping that breath nice and strong. Final breath in. And out. Slowly start to walk the feet forward to the top of the mat to meet the hands. Take your time. Separating the feet hip width once you get to the top. Bend the knees. See if you can bring the chest all the way onto the thighs and bring the back of the hands to the floor. Completely let go of the head. Maybe even nod the head up and down, left and right, just to make sure we have no tension or release some of the tension that's been held there. With the inhale, slowly, keep those knees soft, arms sweep out to the side, keep a bend in the knees, riding up into chair pose, Utkatasana. Extend through the fingers, bottom back, keeping that breath nice and strong. All the way up to standing, hands together over the head, look up. Exhale, back into chair pose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And this time stay. Hands come all the way down. Standing tall at the top of the mat, coming for a lateral side extension. So take the feet just a little bit wider than hip width. And then we're going to let the right arm roll down the right side of the body. Bring the left arm up and then bend the elbow, placing the hand on the back of the head. And scoot that right hand down as much as you can, moving with the breath. One more breath in. And out. Take the gaze down to the floor, release the neck. Inhale back up to standing. Let's swap hands. Left hand down the side. Start to move down to the left side of the body. Lift the right arm up. Bend the elbow. Bring the back of the hand on the head. And allow the side of the body to roll down to the left. Breathing in. And out. Take the gaze down to the floor. Inhale, come all the way back up. Lift and roll the shoulders. Stepping back towards the top of the mat. Coming for the standing flows now. So feet hip width or toes touching, heels slightly apart. Rooting down through the feet. Gently lift the kneecaps. And then think about squeezing the bum to open the hips and draw the belly in. Lift the shoulders to the ears, roll them down the back. Palms by the side. Facing forward. Take an inhale. Full exhale. Next inhale, sweep the arms up, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward, palms down, soften the knees, get the hands down to the floor or fingertips. Inhale, lengthen to flat back, fingers to floor or bring the hands to shins. Exhale, palms down. Step the right foot back, left foot back to plank pose. Drop the knees, keep the elbows in. Next exhale, chin and chest lowers down to the floor. Untop the toes, inhale, press down through the pubic bone, lift up into baby cobra. Keep the elbows in, roll the shoulders down the back. One more breath in. And out. Exhale, release, tuck the toes. Inhale, lift the hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath out once you get to the top. Drop the knees down. Untuck the toes. Keep the hands where they are. Take it back into child's pose, forehead down. Next inhale, lift the head. Propel the body forward. Come all the way down. Inhale. Baby cobra, tiny back bend, press down through the pubic bone, elbows in, lengthen the neck. And then release the chest down, tuck the toes, keep the knees down, lift into modified plank, and then take it back into plank pose, and then exhale, roll all the way back to downward facing dog. Pressing those heels down towards the floor, let go of the head, breathing in, and out. 2 more breaths here. Make sure you're rooting down through the fingers. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Lift the sit bones up and back. Pressing those heels down or soften the knees slightly to release tension in that lower back. 1 more breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Step the right foot forward, left foot forward. Lengthen to flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side. Rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, palms through center. Inhale, Utkatasana, bottom back. Arms and chest forward. Press down. Keeping that breath nice and strong. 1 more breath in. Then we're going to lower down into low chair. Bottom back, chest forward. Bring the hands to heart center. Taking a breath in. And out. Take the left elbow outside of the right knee. Push the hands together, encourage a twist and look over that right shoulder. Keeping the bottom down, chest lifted. Breathing in. And out. 1 more breath here. Next exhale, take the gaze down to the floor. Release the hands down. Step that left foot back into lunge. And then see if you can lift the hands back into prayer position. Right elbow outside left knee. Push the hands together. If it's too much, you can drop that back knee down, keeping in the twist. Breath is strong and steady. Keep pressing that elbow, twisting, look over that right shoulder. 1 more breath in. Exhale. Release the hands. Roll it up into twisted lunge. Right arm back, left arm forward. Look back to that right arm. And then inhale, lift it up, open into warrior 2. Pivot the back foot down. Bend into that right leg. Sink low. Arms out to the side. Make sure back arm is lifted. Turn the palms up. Relieve some of the tension out of the shoulders. 1 more breath in. And out. Side angle, right arm down, left arm comes up and sweeps over. Breathe it in and out. More challenging, bring the right hand down inside the right leg, keep the chest open, maybe even bring that top arm down to the ear, keeping that breath strong and steady. 1 more breath. Exhale. Release the hand down inside the right foot. Walk the hands to the center of the mat. Turn the right toes in. Lift to fingertips. Make sure toes line up, pointing forward or slightly inwards. Lift and lengthen. Exhale. Fold the chest down. Bringing the hands down. See if you can walk the heels of the hands back towards the heels of the feet. Press the elbows together. Lengthen with the inhale. And then fold with the exhale. Keep a little bend in the knees if that feels more appropriate. Pressing out through the bottom and the backs of the thighs. Lengthen with the inhale. Fold with the exhale. Walk the hands back a little bit more if you can. Breathing in and out. Inhale. Lift and lengthen. Flat back. Soften the knees. Start to turn the toes towards the front of the mat. Hands come either side of that right foot. Step that right foot back to downward facing dog. With an inhale, let's move through Vinyasa. Roll forward to plank. Lowering down with the exhale. Drop those knees if you need to. Lowering down. And then finding cobra or up dog with the inhale. And then downward facing dog with the exhale. All the way back. Breathing in. And out. One more breath here. Next exhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Step or lightly hop back to the top of the mat. Lengthen to flat back with the inhale. Fold with the exhale. Sweep the arms out to the side, bend the knees. Rise up into chair pose, reaching through the fingers. Keeping that breath strong. Let's sink back down into that low chair again, hands to heart center. This time, right elbow outside left knee. Push the hands together, encourage a twist. Look over that left shoulder. Keep the chest lifted, bottom down. Breathing in and out. Final breath here in the twist. And then gaze down to the floor. Release the hands down for a moment. Step the right foot back. And then see if you can come back into that twist. Left elbow then outside right knee, pushing the hands together. Keep pressing out through that back heel. Breath is strong and steady. One more breath. Exhale. See if we can rise up in that twisted lunge. Extend the left arm back, right arm forward. Look down towards those left fingers. Breathe it in. Exhale. Reverse all the way into warrior two. Open the arms out. Sink down into that front leg. Make sure back arm is lifted. Turn the palms up maybe to relieve some tension. Sink a little bit lower. One more breath. Exhale. Bending that left elbow and get down onto the left thigh. Draw that right arm all the way up and over. Keeping that breath strong. If you want to go a little bit deeper, left hand comes down inside the left leg. Maybe the arm comes up to the ceiling. Maybe you can bring it down to the ear. Take the variation that suits. Keeping that breath really strong. Press down through that back foot. One more breath. Release the hands down inside that left foot. Turn the left toes in. Bring the hands, long edge of the mat, lift to the fingers. Interlace the hands behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades together, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Keeping that breath strong and steady. Little bend in the knees. Push out through the bottom backs of thighs. Keep pressing down through the outer edges of the feet. Make sure the weight isn't just in the heels of the feet. It's also in the balls of the feet. Let the arms fall away from the back. One more breath in. And out. Release the hands down. Lift it back up, halfway lift. Soften the knees. Pivot the feet back towards the top of the mat. Hands either side of that front foot. Step it back to downward facing dog. Take an inhale, lift the sit bones up and back. Exhale, roll forward to plank. Take another breath in. Exhale, lowering. Drop the knees if you need to, lower all the way down or halfway chaturanga. Finding cobra or up dog with the inhale. And flowing into downward facing dog with the exhale. Full breath out. Once you get to the top again, lift those sit bones up and back. Let's bring the knees down. Take it back into child's pose for 3 breaths. Forehead down. Bottom to heels, soften the elbows. 2 more breaths. Final breath in and out. Inhale slowly. Lift it back up to hands and knees. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Bring the feet together in down dog with the inhale. Extend the right leg behind, lift it up. Keep that back heel flexed, flex the foot, toes turned down. Push strongly through both hands. Keep lifting into three-legged dog. 1 more breath in. Exhale, draw that foot through between the hands. Setting up for low lunge. Make sure knees over ankle. Then we're going to pivot the back foot down. Bringing the right hand inside the right foot. Use a block, come on the fingers. If it doesn't quite meet, bring the arm onto that thigh. And lift the left fingers up towards the ceiling. Breath is strong and steady. Keep that breath flowing nice and strong. Good. Then we're going to move into triangle pose. So from here, start to straighten that front leg. You might have to move the arm up. You might be able to reach the toe. Keep that breath strong and steady. Left fingers again towards ceiling. Press down through the back foot. Keep rolling that left hip open. Try not to really lock that front knee. Push into the bottom of the big toe to find a little bit of release. Sometimes this helps. Breathe it in and out. Superb. Next inhale. Use all the power to bring yourself up, hands overhead. Reverse triangle pose, sway over to the left. Breath is strong, keep the hands together. Exhale, over to the right. 1 more breath in and out. Releasing down again, bringing the hands down either side of that front foot. Back into that low lunge. Rotate right arm all the way up. Open the chest to the right, push out through the back heel. Keep on pressing those fingers, lift out of those left fingers. And then bring right hand down to floor. See if you can start to straighten that front leg, split lunge. Keep extending through the crown of the head, pushing out through the back heel. Don't worry if that front leg doesn't straighten completely, just go as far as feels comfortable. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you might want to lower the chest down, but keeping that breath strong and steady, keep the length in the spine. If you can straighten the leg, but you want a bit more room, maybe think about coming into cat pose. Push the spine up, give yourself a little bit more room. Next exhale, bend the knee. Step it back to downward facing dog. With the inhale, let's roll forward to plank. Lowering down with the exhale, chaturanga if you want to. Finding cobra or up dog with the inhale. Downward facing dog with the exhale. Full breath out once you get to the top. Breathing in and out. Inhale, bring the feet together. Then we're going to extend that left leg slowly behind. Pushing out through that left heel. Press the right heel down to the floor. Push strongly through both hands so you're bringing the head down towards the floor. Keep it really active. Breath is strong. See if you can lift that left leg a little bit higher. Exhale, draw that foot through between the hands. Setting up for low lunge first of all. Ankle under knee. Then pivot that back foot down. Bringing left hand inside the left knee or bring the left elbow onto the left knee. And then open the chest. Right fingers to ceiling, extended side angle. Breath is strong and steady. Look down to the floor if that feels more comfortable to the neck. Look straight ahead or look up to the fingers. Notice the difference for your body. Slowly with the inhale, start to straighten that front leg. You might have to move the hand up, okay? You might be able to reach the toe or just the fingers to floor. Again, choose the option that suits your body. Keep the chest open, right fingers towards ceiling. Press down through that back foot. Keep it strong and steady with the breath. Next inhale, Press down into the ball of that front foot. Lift it up. Hands overhead. Arc over towards the right. Reverse triangle. Breathe it in. And out. Then arc to the left. All the way down. Good. And then slowly bending the front knee. Bring the hands down either side of that front foot. Back into low lunge. Extending left arm open this time. Left fingers towards ceiling. Push out through that back heel. Twisted lunge. Keeping that breath strong and steady. One more breath here. Exhale, release the left hand down. Slowly see if you can start to straighten that front leg. Keep it moving as well here if you want to. Okay, so use the variation that suits. You might want to bring the hands back. If you can lengthen the chest, a little bit more stretch. Maybe even arc the spine, give yourself a little bit more space. If you want to go deeper, flatten the spine. And then think about folding the chest over that front leg. But keep that spine nice and long. Breathing in and out. Bending that front knee. Stepping that left foot back to downward facing dog. Lift the sit bones up and back. Full exhale. Inhale. Roll forward to plank. Exhale. Drop the knees if you want to. Lowering down all the way down or halfway chaturanga. Finding cobra or up dog with the inhale. And then downward facing dog with the exhale. Again, full breath out once you get to the top. Sigh that breath out. Let's just come back into child's pose. Untuck the toes. Rest here for 3 breaths before we do the final standing flow. Breathing in and out. Next inhale. Extend the hands forward. Spread the fingers. Lift the head. Start to move towards hands and knees. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Bringing those feet together in down dog. Inhale. Lift into 3-legged dog. Right leg up. Exhale. Knee to nose. Shift the body forward. Inhale. Re-extend behind 3-legged dog. Exhale. Right elbow. Right knee. Inhale. Extend behind. Exhale. Right elbow crosses the body to the left elbow. Inhale. Re-extend behind. Exhale. Draw that foot through between the hands, setting up into low lunge again. Then from here, walk the hands forward and see if you can propel the weight coming into half splits. Lift onto the fingers, lift the back leg halfway, push out through the heel of that foot. Keep extending, breath is strong and steady. And then if you can, see if you can lower the chest, lift into full splits, back into half splits. Lift, press the body down, lift the left leg, back into half splits. This time, bend that back knee, the left knee. See if you can draw that heel in, drop the chest down. If you want to go a little bit deeper, maybe that right hand can hold that left foot and pull it a little bit higher. Lowering the chest, pressing that toe into the bottom. One more breath in. Exhale, release the foot slowly. Slowly step it back, lunge position. Move the hands back. Step that right foot back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Move through the vinyasa of your choice. Dropping the knees or lowering halfway chaturanga all the way down. Finding cobra or up dog with the inhale. And then downward facing dog with the exhale. Tone the belly as you lift all the way back. Into downward facing dog. Full breath out once you get to the top. Bring the feet together. This time inhale, sweep that left leg behind, lift it up. Exhale, shift the weight forward, knee to nose. Inhale, re-extend that left leg behind. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, left knee crosses the body to the right elbow. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, draw that foot through between the hands. Setting up for low lunge again, making sure heel underneath. Walk the fingers forward. Inhale. Lift that back leg behind. Halfway. Push out through the heel. Half splits. Extend through the crown of the head. Lengthen the neck. Lift the chest. Let's flow now to standing splits. Just a few flows with the inhale. Drop the chest. Lift that back leg up. Exhale, half splits. Inhale. Lift that back leg up. Point the toes. Coming back to half splits. And again, final time. Lift it up. And then moving back to half splits. Bend that right knee, bring it to the bottom. And then if you feel stable, you might want to reach around with that left hand. See if you can hold that back foot and then draw the heel into the bottom as you lower the chest down over that front leg. Keeping that breath strong and steady. Breathing in and out. Final breath in. Exhale slowly, release the foot, hands down, extend the leg, and then using the core softly, bend that front knee, letting that back leg down. Bringing the hands back, step the left foot back to downward facing dog. Final vinyasa with the inhale, roll forward to plank, lowering down with the exhale, finding cobra or up dog with the inhale, and moving into child's pose with the exhale. Take 5 breaths here. Release the forehead down if you can. Keep the arms extended if that feels okay, or you might want to come into full child's pose, release the arms down beside the body. Send the breath into the spine, softening the whole back line of the body. Reconnecting with the breath. 2 more breaths here. Final breath in. And out. Let's re-extend the arms forward, spread the fingers, hands shoulder width. Lift it back up to hands and knees, tuck the toes, downward facing dog with the exhale. And then very slowly walking the hands forward, nice and slowly, feet forward rather. Softening the knees, back of the hands to the floor, just hanging here for a breath, completely let go of the head. Lift and roll the shoulders. Next inhale, keep the knees soft, sweep the arms out to the side, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, palms through center. Superb everyone, well done. Let's come for balance pose now. We're going to keep it simple today, tree pose. So, feet are hip width, okay, and just find that focal point. It might be a space in the distance, it might be the tip of the nose. So find that point where we can rely on to keep our focus. And then sending the weight into the left leg, we're going to lift that right leg off the floor. Making sure we're stable before we go anywhere. Then if you want to take low tree, foot between ankle and knee. If you want to go further, you might want to hold that ankle coming into high tree. Press that right foot into the left thigh. So low tree, high tree. Bring the hands to heart center. Feeling that stability, keeping that breath strong and steady. You can stay here, or you might want to take the arms all the way up and over. Maybe even take the gaze up, challenge the balance. Maybe even letting go of the hands. So just find the tree for you that suits today. And it's okay to add a bit of sway into that tree as well. If you want to add a little bit of challenge, make kind of little movements to the side. And then it's a little bit more challenging. Soften the face, smile. 1 more breath in. Exhale, release the hands down if they're lifted. Very slowly release the foot down. And then see if you can extend that leg out in front. Press out through the heel. Just 1 more breath in. Exhale, slowly release that leg down. Let's shake it out before we do the other side. So lift, shake out the body, roll the shoulders. Separate those feet again, hip width. finding that focal point. When you're ready, weighting to that right side, lifting the left foot off the floor. And again, you can tap and lift that foot if it's a little bit too much for the balance, or just rest the foot on top of the right foot. Low tree, foot in between the ankle and the knee. High tree, taking hold of the ankle, press that left foot in to the right thigh. Stability, hands to heart center. Pressing down through that rooted foot, really root down, bringing the awareness into the core. If you want to go a little bit further, extend the arms overhead, branches of the tree. Again, you can add in that sway from side to side if it feels appropriate, a little bit more challenging, or you can just keep lifting and rooting through the fingers, lifting up. Taking the gaze up is even challenging. So just notice what affects the balance. Notice one side might be easier than the other, so paying attention to your body throughout the practice. One more breath in. Exhale, release the hands down slowly. And then that foot, let's release from the leg, extend it forward, lift it as high as you can, flex the foot, push out through the heel. One more breath in. Exhale, release that leg down, roll the shoulders, shake it out. Well done, guys. Let's bring it down to the floor now. Going to take a sun salute to come down to seated. So finding mountain pose again, toes touching, heels slightly apart, all feet under hips, rooting down, lengthening through the crown of the head. With the inhale, sweep the arms up, gaze up. Exhale, dive forward, palms down, lengthening to flat back with the inhale. And then stepping back to downward facing dog with the exhale. Lift those sit bones up, press the heels down. Bending the knees, gaze forward. You come to seated with a little jump, or you can just come down to hands and knees, rest on the bottom. So from here, lift the sit bones, look forward, little hop, cross the legs, extend forward. So completely extend the legs all the way in front, coming into Dandasana, staff pose, like a seated mountain pose. So draw the toes, lift them up, press down through the sit bones. If it's too much to have the legs extended, bring softness to the knees or raise the sit bone higher. Okay, sitting on cushions or a block if you have one. So either way, bent knees, lifted bottom, or staff pose, extending the legs. Bringing the hands and just resting them down beside the body. Keeping it really active, lift, roll the shoulders down the back. Breathe it in and out. Gaze is soft, looking forward, keeping that breath strong and steady. Keep rooting down through the sit bones and lengthening through the crown of the head. Try not to let those shoulders creep to the ears. Roll them down the back. Final breath in. And out. Paschimottanasana, sweep the arms up, send the gaze up. Exhale. Let's start to hinge from the hips as we fold forward, keeping that spine nice and long. Let's see if we can take the toes in front. Wrap the fingers, lengthen, elbows out to side. If we're here, we can't quite reach the toes, let the hands come down onto the shins or wherever they come down to. And stay here, keep that length in the spine. So working at whatever position feels the most comfortable for your body. Lengthen with the inhale, and then keep that length, fold with the exhale. Keep the gaze looking towards the feet. This kind of helps to keep that neck nice and long, instead of throwing it back or releasing it down. Lengthen with the inhale, fold with the exhale. Good. 2 more breaths here. Final breath in and out. Superb. Inhale, release, come all the way back up. Let's bring the hands behind, okay? Come in for Purvottanasana, which is opening the front of the body. If this doesn't feel appropriate, come into tabletop like we did in the warm-up. So lift it up, and you can lift and lower if it's too much to hold. So tabletop or Purvottanasana, full extension of the pose. With the inhale, let's lift the sit bones up, press the hips up. See if you can bring the feet to the floor. Maybe even take the head back. If it doesn't feel good for the neck, then just look forward. Keep pressing those hips up, keeping that nice and long. Good. 2 more breaths here. Keep opening that chest, opening the front body. Final breath in. Exhale, slowly release it down, coming down. Take your time, coming back up. Bending my knees and just allowing ourselves to fold over those legs. Just rest it out. Let go of the head. Inhale, come back up. Extend the legs forward. Going to take that right foot and see if we can bring the foot outside the right buttock. Triangle Mukha Paschimottanasana. Forward fold. Extend left toes towards ceiling. If this doesn't feel comfortable for that knee, or if you feel like you're falling over to one side, first of all, if you feel wonky, maybe press lift cushions so that you're upright. If the knee doesn't like this, extend that leg out to the side. Okay, so take the bend out of that knee. Lengthen with the inhale, lift all the way up. As you exhale again, hinge from the hip as you fold forward. Keeping that breath strong and steady. If you can take hold of the foot, reach the foot. Again, if not, hands might be down by the side or they might be on the front of that leg. What we want to do is create the length with the inhale and then fold with the exhale, drawing that chest down towards that extended leg, keeping that breath strong and steady. Breathing in and out, always moving deeper with the exhale. If you feel like you've gone a little bit too far, lift back up again out of the pose. Slowly, slowly with these seated poses. Trying to honour the body, not push it too far. 1 more breath in and out. Inhale, lift all the way back up. We're going to take that right knee now and see if we can extend it 90 degrees. Keeping the heel into bottom, coming for gate stretch. So I'm going to have my back to you so you can see the back version of me. Twisting the torso so we're facing towards that right knee. And again, you can extend that right leg out and have legs at 90 degrees or whatever angle works for you. Right hand down by the side of the right foot. Left arm sweeps all the way up and over. Breath is strong and steady, stretching away from that extended leg. And then inhale, lift up. Bringing that left hand down inside the left foot. Keep the chest open. As you bring that right arm down, stretch it over towards the left. Keep that chest nice and open. It might be you can walk the hand down a little bit further. It might even be that you can reach that foot with the right hand. If you can, keep opening that chest, keeping that breath strong and steady. Don't worry if you're nowhere near the foot. Keep up and keep reaching over towards that leg. And again, gaze can be down or roll the gaze up, whatever feels more appropriate for the neck. Inhale, lift all the way back up. Superb. Roll the shoulders. Let's bring that right knee back in and extend it forward. Excellent. Let's try the other side, everyone. But before we do, going to come into a quick boat pose. Bring the heels in, hold behind the thighs, sit bones, root down. Lift or float those thighs, those shins off the floor. Flex the feet, flare the toes. Trying to keep those calves parallel with the ground. You can keep in supported boat. If you want to, you can release it. If you want to go a little bit further, extend those legs. Try and keep those toes in line with the nose. Breath is strong and steady. Breathing in and out. Superb. 2 more breaths, everyone. Come into supported boat if you need to. Hold behind the thighs if it's too much to have the legs extended. 1 more breath. Exhale, release it down slowly. Good. Let's come for the other side now. So bending my left knee, bring the left heel in towards the bottom. You might even have to move the calf out the way of that left thigh. Making sure you're sitting upright. If not, prop under the right buttock to lift up if you're leaning over to the right. If it's not comfortable for the knee, Extend that left leg out so we have this 90-degree angle. Okay, so take the variation that's the most appropriate. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Bring the hands all the way up and over. With the exhale, fold over that front leg. So keeping that lift through the sides of the body with the inhale and the fold with the exhale. If you can, maybe hold onto that foot. Again, if you're nowhere near the foot, hands on the legs or either side of that leg. Lengthen, the most important thing is keeping that length in the spine. So pressing down through the sit bones, lengthening, and then folding. Keeping that breath strong and steady, breathing in and out. Keep the gaze towards that front foot if you can. Sometimes it helps to elongate that neck and work the muscles of the neck. Breathing in and out. Final breath here, everyone. Full exhale. And then slowly with the inhale, roll it back up. Let's open up into gate pose now. So hold on to the ankle with the left hand and move it back. So we have hopefully this 90-degree angle or there and thereabouts. And then just rotating so the chest is moving over that bent leg. Again, extend that left leg out. If you don't like that knee bent, keep it out. Rotating left hand down outside the left foot. Let's stretch away from that right leg to begin with. Toes on the right leg pointed up. Left hand down, right arm arcs up and over. Take the gaze down if that feels more comfortable for the neck, or rotate towards the ceiling. One more breath in. Exhale, folding over that extended leg now. Bring that right hand down inside the right leg. Left arm comes all the way up. Sweep it up. Keep the chest open and stretch over towards the right again. Looking down or looking up, whatever feels the most appropriate for your body. It might be you stay here and feel that stretch all the way down the left side of the body. If you can go deeper, maybe come down onto the elbow. Maybe even reach for that foot with the left hand. But keep that chest open. Keep that length. Breathing in and out. Superb. 2 more breaths here. Keeping that chest open wherever you are over that leg. 1 more breath in and out. Inhale slowly, release. If you have the foot, come all the way back up. Let's bring that left ankle back in, knees together. Extend that leg. Shake out the legs. Coming down onto our backs now, everyone. So a little shake. Bend the knees. Separate the feet hip width, arms in front. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly roll back with the body, really slowly coming back. Nice and slowly. Bring those knees into the chest. Hug it out. Massage, rock from side to side. Good. Extend the legs down. Come in for bridge pose or full wheel. So whatever, again, is appropriate. We're going to start with bridge pose. So feet hip width, toes pointing forwards. Arms down by the side. With the inhale, lift the hips off the floor. Okay? Keep lifted. Squeeze the bum to help keep this lifted. Okay? You can release the bum and see what happens. Release the muscle in the bum. Try not to over squeeze the bum as well. Okay? So just finding that point where we keep this section lifted so the weight of the body isn't hanging in the back. Interlace the hands behind the back if you want to and walk the shoulder blades further together. This allows you sometimes to press up a little bit more, okay, in the hips. Wherever you are in this variation, just keep the breath strong and steady, flowing in and out of the body. 2 more breaths here. Final breath in and out. Release the hands slowly. Make your way down. Nice. Come in for that variation again. Or take yourself into full wheel if it's in your practice, okay? So bridge pose, or if you want to prepare for wheel pose, feet hip width, and then bring in the hands either side of the ears. Okay, so hands either side of the ears. Inhale, we're going to lift the hips off the floor, prepping for wheel pose. With the exhale, push and lift the sit bones up. Keeping that breath strong and steady. Maybe even coming onto the balls of the feet to give yourself a little bit more room. Make sure the head is soft. Pressing the arms, straighten those arms as much as you can. 2 more breaths here. Exhale, slowly and carefully. Release down. Chin to chest, bottom down. Let's bring the soles of the feet together and come into Supta Baddha Konasana. Knees out to the side, one hand on belly, one on chest. Just releasing the breath out slowly. Maybe close the eyes for a moment as well here. Final breath in. And out. Slowly bring those knees to the chest. Bring them together first and then hug the knees. Massage it out, rock from side to side, easing that back. Let's finish off with happy baby. So we're going to see if we can lift the soles of the feet to the ceiling. Take the insides of the feet, press the knees down towards the armpits. Okay, so releasing that lower back out, little hip opener as well. And very gently rock it from side to side. Very gently. Good. And then from here, knees to chest, feet to the floor, arms open. Drop the knees to the right, take the gaze over the left shoulder. Close the eyes. If that feels comfortable, absorb the practice. Feeling that stretch, taking that stretch all the way down the left side of the body. You might notice in the top of your arm, even traveling down the leg. Breathing in and out. Next inhale, use the core to lift the knees back up to center. Exhale, let's drop them down to the left this time. Look over the right shoulder. Breath is strong and steady. Again, activating the stretch down the right side of the ribs, maybe going down into the right thigh. Top of the right arm as well into that shoulder. Slowing the breath down, breathing in and out. Final breath. And again, slowly. Knees to center. Final hug. Take an inhale. With the exhale, lift the forehead to the knees. Inhale, release. Exhale, forehead to knees. Inhale, release. Exhale, forehead to knees and hold here. And then extend the body all the way down. Final resting posture. Shavasana. Moving back onto the mat if you've travelled off the mat during the practice. Taking the feet mat width if that feels appropriate. Arms out to the side. If you want to give yourself a full body stretch before, interlace the hands overhead, press out through the heels, move it into the sides of the body, and then release the arms down. Move the head from side to side again, releasing any tension that you may have been held here during the practice. Bringing the head back through to center, take a deep breath in. Full exhale. Breathing in and out. Allowing the breath to soften into the back of the body. Breath has now returned to normal breathing. With every exhale, notice the body getting heavier as it softens and releases down into the floor. Pay attention to the parts of the body that connect with the floor. And then bring the awareness into the front of the body. Notice with the inhale a very light lifting sensation. Keeping that mind-body connection through the breath. Three more breaths here. Feel free to stay a little bit longer in Shavasana if you have the time. Otherwise, start to wiggle the fingers and toes. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Rotate the ankles, rotate the wrists. And then arms down beside the body. Slowly bringing the knees into the chest. And then making your way over onto whatever side feels more appropriate. Allowing the body to rest down, bringing the top hand down, breathing in and out. Next inhale, use that top hand pressing into the ground to bring yourself back to a comfortable seat for the close of practice. Any comfortable seat. Releasing the hands down onto the knees, breathing in and out. Bring the hands to heart center with the inhale. Let the prayer come all the way through to center. Release the hands, open the arms up as you exhale. Bring the fingertips down to the floor. Big circular motion, chin to chest. Inhale, sweep the arms back up again. Fingertips together. Exhale, release the hands down. Big circles to the floor, chin to chest. Final time, inhale, sweep the arms up. Hands together. Exhale, palms to center. Bow the forehead down to the fingers. Feel that stretch down the back of the head. Final breath in and out. Thank you for joining me today in the practice. Enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.